Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of misty morning and focus. You know, I love the combination. Got that zing of the peppermint and the bergamot, just so good. So good, guys. I hope you're enjoying your cup of tea, or maybe a cup of coffee or something harder. Depends on what part of the planet you're on, as I always say. Hanging out with me, talking tech, talking video, photo, whatever it is. Today is going to be a photo day. We're going to be talking about Nikon. And today's question is, should you invest in Nikon camera gear? We'll get into that a little bit. But before I do, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded my ebook as of yet, why the heck not? It's free. Go grab it. 10 tips at making tack sharp images. There's something there for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a professional, a pro-am, or just simply an amateur. You're going to glean something from it. I promise you. And once again, it is free. This is a free ebook from me to you just for being here. Go to JCristina.com/ebook. Once again, JCristina.com/ebook. 10 tips at making tack sharp images. Go grab a copy. Anyway, so let's get right into it. Now, this vlog, I guess, stems from an article that I was reading about Nikon purchasing a startup company. And I'm going to get into that in just a second. But before I get into what they purchased, why they purchased it, and my thoughts on it, and get your thoughts on it, I want to talk to you about what has been transpiring with Nikon over the last, let's say, 6 months or so. Now, we know that as of last year, Nikon was to lose, and they did $700 million, that's US dollars, in profit for 2020 because of this massive downturn in the market. They fared the worst out of any camera manufacturer out there, basically. There was a lot of things that they were doing that I think they were just overextended, let's just say. So there was a lot of consolidation that had to happen with Nikon. And that's what they did. In November, I think it was the end of November 2020, we saw them cut 2,000 jobs. That is a 10% reduction of their workforce. All right. That, what they said at the time, was due to this downturn to the camera market or their camera business, but also the global semiconductor industry, basically highlighting Intel, because they have close ties, and I'll get into that in a minute, with Intel, since semiconductors was in the toilet just like cameras were. So it was a major problem. So 2,000 people were laid off. Once again, that's 10% of their entire workforce. Then February comes, 2021, and we see another 162 layoffs or moves, let's say. The people either took their severance, let's say, and took off, and that was the end of them, right? They hit the road, or they were moved into the very last facility that Nikon has on the island. Nikon is left with only one plant or one facility in Japan. This is a major factor because 2 of their plants they shut down, they gave back to the government, or they sold them. So that's it. One plant is left. Now, what they did is they brought all the R&D into Japan, nothing outside of Japan. But what they also did was 99% of all production, that's ALL, all production was moved to or outsourced to Thailand. All right. So this was February. Then March 2021 comes around, last month, and instead of them doing worse, they're doing a little bit better. How? Well, they sold a company. Now, if you don't remember, I did a piece on Nikon purchasing this company. The company is called Berkeley Lights. And what it is, it's a biomed company. They put $10 million into this company right around October, I think it was 2016. And then in 2018, February, they decided to go full bore into it. All right, take the plunge. And they became strategic partners with this biomed company. once again called Berkeley Lights. And they put another $30 million into it. So they're up to $40 million. Well, as of last month, they sold their majority stake in this company, and they ended up gleaming $186 or $183 million from the sale of the shares of this company. That's from 40 million. They ended up making, let's call it 186 million. Like 360 some percent profit. I wish I could do that. Kudos to Nikon for that. All right, that is major. Well, as of last month, another article comes out and says, Nikon is doing really good when it comes to their stock. Their stock is NINOY, if you want to check it out. I'm into stocks. I play stocks. I day trade every once in a while. And I watch stocks on a regular basis. And some of the companies like Nikon I do watch. And I noticed that they've been going up. Well, as of March, towards the end of March, they were rallying like 8.2% up to like over $10 a share. That was big for Nikon. All right. And was trying to figure out why this happened. And I went through some of the articles to find out what was going on. Why is their stock going up when their camera business has been in the toilet, right? And what I found out was, once again, this embedding with Intel is becoming beneficial once again for Nikon. Why? Because semiconductor business is back, let's call it. So what has happened was the American-based Intel company, the chip manufacturer, decided to create a $20 billion foundry, a facility. $20 billion, guys. Well, that facility that creates semiconductors, all of the machines that are in that facility will be Nikon semiconductor product machines, let's say, production equipment. So Nikon's going to be selling all that production equipment to Intel. That's going to be a major bump when it comes to capital for Nikon. That is a big, big thing. So this recovery in the semiconductor capital investment area is really boosting Nikon's top line growth, let's say, in the near term, which is really good for them, which is really, really good. Well, that leads us to today, where I was reading this article and found that they were investing $91 million into this startup company. This startup company is called Morf3D. And I want to read a portion of their press release when they talk about this investment and then go through it with you to get your thoughts on it. So let's go and take a look at this, what this says. All right. So it says Morf3D is a trusted leader in metal additive manufacturing, or AM, specializing in AM and engineering for aerospace, space, and defense industries. So if you don't know what this AM is, before we get into it any further, AM is basically an additive manufacturing technique in comparison to like CNC, where you're removing material. Let's say you take a block of aluminum and through CNC you carve out whatever tool you're trying to make or product you're trying to make. A additive, or an AM, an additive manufacturing technique, is more like 3D printing. All right, where you're adding material to create a 3D structure. So that's what this Morf3D company does. All right, so we got that clear. Anyways, they continue by saying, Nikon has more than a century of cutting-edge technology and manufactures some of the most precise equipment in the world, with its products being used in applications ranging from advanced semiconductor manufacturing, we know that obviously from Intel, and massive production of panels for televisions and smart devices to medical systems, automotive, and satellites. Nikon is committed to applying its extensive technologies, deeply rooted in light, optoelectronics, and precision excellence, to creating value in novel fields and solving societal challenges. Now, I don't know what kind of societal challenges Nikon's going to be working on, but I know they definitely deal in novel fields, especially through biomed, right? So let's continue. In July of 2019, Nikon established the Next Generation Project Division to accelerate the launch of new growth businesses, including material processing technologies. Now, we talked about this a couple of months ago, how that one factory that was left in Japan will be doing their R&D and more of their advanced development, like this project division called the Next Generation Project Division. Those higher thought process divisions obviously stayed in Japan. Let's continue. Nikon intends to drive industrialization of digital manufacturing by leveraging synergies resulting from strategic investments and alliances with industrial leading companies worldwide. Morf3D is focused on helping customers realize the potential of AM to solve complex design and manufacturing challenges. Using state-of-the-art additive design and analytical tools combined with unmatched AM serial production experience, Morf3D accelerates fully optimized functional structures and build process for clients. So what that's saying is they're creating 3D fully functional prototypes right with their machines. Okay, so that's really cool, especially when it comes to banging stuff out quickly and being able to prototype quickly instead of having to go through the whole process of creating something for an extended period of time and then destroying that die that you used to create another one. By doing this additive material technology and, let's say, 3D printing using metals, let's say, this allows you to prototype much quicker. So this is a really good business to be in, especially right now. So the corporate vice president and general manager of the Next Generation Product Division, Nikon, they say that Morf3D has proven leadership in metal additive technology, a strong innovation pipeline, and highly specialized aerospace manufacturing qualifications. It also brings a team of experts accustomed to partnering with customers to achieve their unique requirements. This combination is well aligned with Nikon's vision for accelerating industrialization of AM through innovation, and we look forward to working together to deliver exciting next generation AM solutions to customers globally. Now, Morf3D Chief Executive Officer, or CEO, says that Nikon's investment and cutting-edge technology accelerates Morf3D's position as an innovation leader in advanced manufacturing for the aerospace, space, and defense markets. Now, how are they a leader when they are an up-and-comer? How are they a leader when they are this brand new company that Nikon is investing in? It's a startup. I don't get it, but we'll continue. Our unique partnership is well positioned to bring forth the highest level of quality, service, and technological advancements that will drive the industrialization of additive manufacturing. So, this is kind of like the synopsis of what's going on and who this company is. This Morf3D that Nikon just purchased a major stake in for $91 million. That's not a small amount of money, but I guess if you made $86 million on a sale of the Berkeley Lights Company, maybe you took some of that money invested into this one. But you're still down $700 million in profit, so you're kind of moving towards this company that has nothing to do with cameras. And that's what I guess my entire thought here was. I'm viewing Nikon as moving away from cameras and doing other things, doing things that they know that they're good at. Manufacturing, biomedical. All right, there's a lot of things that Nikon has done right for many, many years. And while cameras have been one of those things, they're just having a hard time of it. And they're seeing that the profit margins are just simply not there. You know, they're just not making enough. So by me seeing them putting $91 million into this aerospace, let's call it supplier or startup, Morf3D, that works on manufacturing, all right, that leads me to believe that they're not putting as much money into camera manufacturing because, for one, they've moved all manufacturing to Thailand, so it's not happening on their soil in Japan. the one factory or the one plant, the one facility they have left is basically doing R&D. It's doing their thought process to see where they're going to go next, all right? And maybe some more highbrow, high-level prototyping is probably happening there, and that's it. But I don't see it in the camera industry. Like, I don't see them purchasing smaller camera startups for, let's say, increasing their position in the camera industry. I don't see that. I see them purchasing here a startup company that is kind of in line with their manufacturing business. As we can see, they're going to be selling a ton of manufacturing equipment to Intel for creating their semiconductors, okay? That $20 billion plant that is coming up that Intel is creating is going to be fully outfitted with Nikon equipment. That is going to make them a lot of money. And if right now you own some of the Nikon stock, you probably should hold it, because in the short term, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be going up. But that doesn't say, should you buy a Nikon camera or not? And that was the original question that I had for you. Should you buy Nikon gear? And that's a harder question to answer, because the idea here is, are they going to be putting forth all the effort or a good amount of effort into cameras when they're not seeing a return on investment? The ROI is not there. And I would venture to say probably not as much as they put into this kind of stuff that actually makes them money. The bottom line is always shareholders. The bottom line is always the board of directors. Are they making money? Are they not? And if they're not, they have to look elsewhere. Nikon's not afraid of throwing a lot of crap on the wall to see what sticks. And right now, manufacturing is sticking because semiconductors is coming back globally. So purchasing this company and selling the biomed company for a 368% increase, a 368% win, let's say, was smart. Buying this company right now is probably smart. They are doing a lot of smart things, in my personal opinion. Think about it. Biomed is slowly going down. Why? Because the whole virus thing is going away, slowly but surely. So Biomed is not that hot anymore, right? They sold it, made a ton of money. And now semiconductors is coming back up. So what are they doing? They're buying a startup, a semiconductor, let's say, a manufacturing-esque company, this 3D Morph company that does the aerospace and space and defense industry type of stuff, and probably will help them also in manufacturing the equipment that's probably going to go into the plants of Intel. So I find it very interesting. I don't know what is happening at Nikon when it comes to cameras. It feels to me that they're moving away a little bit. We know that they've already basically left the building when it comes to consumer-based cameras. They're really doing nothing with them. Why? Because it's not a smart place to be. And they're not stupid people. They're arrogant, but not stupid. So I want to know what you think about all this. I personally think that it's probably a smart decision of what is going on with Nikon buying a manufacturing company, that 3D Morph, today. I think that they're doing really well when it comes to the purchasing of companies. They did really well when it comes to Berkeley Lights, biomedical, and I think they're going to do really damn well when it comes to this 3D Morph company. Once again, manufacturing, aerospace, space, defense, money, big money, right? Not little money like selling cameras, big money. So what are your thoughts? Once again, round robin, should you purchase a Nikon camera? Should you purchase Nikon gear? Do you feel that Nikon is going to be putting forth the effort into cameras as they have over the past 50 years? What do you think? Is it better to stay away from Nikon right now and then go into Nikon once you know what they're doing? Do you think that they're doing really well when it comes to their camera development as of right now? A lot of people don't, but do you? What do you think is going on with Nikon, and what would you advise someone that's up and coming, right? A new photographer that says, hey, I want to pick up a new full frame. Should I get a Nikon Z series camera or something else? What would be your response? Now, answer this with an unbiased, or, take off those rosy glasses, okay? We don't want, the fanboys to say, oh yeah, Nikon's the best just because you have Nikon. I'll tell you all day long when Canon is complete crap, and I shoot Canon because I am unbiased, because I don't really care what I shoot, all right? So if you're a Nikon guy, don't just say, yes, go buy Nikon just because. Put some thought into it, and then maybe give a understanding or a description of why, an explanation why you think people should go into Nikon as of today, or why should they hold off for a little bit to see where they're going. All right? I want to know your thoughts. As always, if you enjoy this even in the least, all right, please give this video a big thumbs up, because that is very, very helpful for, as I always say, the YouTube gods to shine their light on this channel as well as this video, and provide it to a lot of people, and say, hey, this is something that you might want to watch, and recommend it to others. So please give it a big thumbs up. That would be very helpful. Also, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and click this little bell icon over here so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. Also, in the comment area, let's have this discussion. And after having the discussion in the comment area, head over to community.JCristina.com. Once again, community.JCristina.com. That is our creative Discord server. We talk tech, we talk video, we talk photo all day, every day, 365 days a year. So go check that out. There's no trolls over there. A ton of great information, ton of great people, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folks. So go check that out. Once again, community.jcristina.com. Also, if you want to contribute to the channel, click this little join button right down here. You'll become a member. You can give $1 a month, $2, $3, whatever you want. I can give you perks as being a member, and it really helps out the channel a lot. So if you can do that, that would be much appreciated. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years. And hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That would be awesome. And once again, use promo code YT20 at checkout. Once again, promo code YT20 at checkout. You'll get 20% off everything that's in your shopping cart. Doesn't matter what it is. If you don't want to purchase over at the website, JCristina.com, you can head over to Amazon.com. All of my products are there, and they're also at B&H Photo and Video, and hundreds of mom and pop camera stores worldwide. So go check out the brand JCristina. Anyways, that is it. Don't forget to download that ebook over at JCristina.com/ebook. I am out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe and stay healthy.